I would say, is while what makes us strong can also be a little bit of, it's not necessarily something that slows us down, but
Um,
I think our biggest challenge, it can be a challenge. I think
yeah,
our biggest challenge is keeping everybody focused, right? Because we have a long journey, right? For us, because everybody is so specialized, and I'm focused as the principal, I'm focused on a lot of everything, but my primary focus lies within the actual raising of the capital, investor communications. Doing all of that is where my primary focus lies. Now we have 3 other general partners. We have 5 other people that are on the independent board, right? So how do we keep everybody focused? Because everybody has a job. In that journey of raising capital, my compliance officer, obviously because he deals with compliance, he's like my right hand man.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited, man. I got somebody here. This is going to be a great conversation. When I tell you this guy, he's on his P's and Q's, I'm telling you. He's on his P's and Q's. He got me making sure I come correct. And so I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited to have this guy here. I think you're going to find a wealth of knowledge from this guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows his business. He knows what he wants to do. And so I'm just excited for you guys to get to see things from his lens. And so please, y'all, help me bring to the stage Mr. Alexander Gilberti. Oh, man, I had it perfectly, and now I'm stumbling over it. Help me out, bro.
Gilberti,
sorry, man.
Gilberti, you had it the first time.
I had it, right? Oh, man, I don't know, because it's getting late. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know, because it's getting later in the day. I don't know, but my tongue and my brain would not work together. I'm sorry, man. I love putting respect on people's names, so I'm sorry, man. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing awesome. I appreciate you having me on, Q.
Absolutely. No, man, I'm glad to have you here. Like I said, I know our audience is going to get just some great value from your lens and from your perspective. And so, man, listen, I want to dive right in. You know, I want you to bring people into your world, people that may not be familiar with you. I want you to give them a little bit about your background. I want you to tell them what's your main focus these days. And if you don't mind, tell us what markets you're operating in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for those who don't know me, I'm Alex Gilberti, founder and principal of Gilberti Group. My background's a little bit different. I spent over a decade, I think, in enterprise sales, selling IT solutions, SaaS products, cybersecurity. But really, real estate has always been a part of my life, been a part of my DNA. My grandfather started his own architecture firm. I grew up around real estate my entire life, and that entrepreneurial drive. I feel you, Q.
Yeah.
That entrepreneurial drive, and eventually I started investing that money that I made in tech sales.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors, working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Into real estate and had some absolutely awesome wins. So that's really when I realized I wanted to build something bigger than myself, not just for myself, but for the people who wanted access to the same kind of opportunities and buying and selling real estate, making money. But I don't want to necessarily manage it, find the deal, do the underwriting. We take that off your hands. And that's really kind of our perspective, is building something that for people that want those opportunities, but don't have the time or don't have necessarily the means or understanding. So that's kind of a little bit about what we're doing. Now, at Gilberti Group, we focus on multifamily real estate. So we're doing value add, opportunistic, we're doing distressed assets in really high growth markets. We focus on South Florida and Central Ohio, but we do a little bit of work in Central Florida as well as Northeast Ohio. So we're not, Q, we've talked about this, right? We're not chasing shiny objects. We're looking for properties that can be improved, repositioned, reimagined. And in doing that, we create both returns for our investors and better communities for the people who live there.
I love it, man. I love it. You know what you're going after. You know what you want. You know what you're going after, and I love that approach. I love that perspective, and I guess that brings me to this question, because I know it's not always easy, right? You say you're not going at after the shiny object. Sometimes you can get tempted, but you guys are staying focused. So, what has been the key to keeping that machine running smoothly, Alexander?
Ooh, I'll tell you straight up, the firm is only as good as the people who back it and the people who run it, right? So I built Gilberti Group with the belief that our strength lies in the quality of the people that work with me. So I surrounded myself with partners who are experts in what I'm not, right? So like I mentioned earlier, legal compliance, when we were talking, right? Legal compliance, operations, the actual management of the property, development. I brought a team of institutional individuals and other entrepreneurs to the table to help with the things that I'm not an expert in, right? Like I did very well for myself, but it's different when you're in a much larger scale, when you're doing this with other people. Like we need to make sure that we have our I's dotted, our T's crossed. So that's really what gives me the confidence when we take on projects. It's not just me, it's a group of people with different skill sets, all pulling in the same direction.
I love it, man. You're talking about relationships, and I'm gonna come back to relationships, because I want to ask you this before we get there. But I love your mindset. I love you talking about bringing in the team, everybody. And you said this, might have said it just now, even before, bringing in people working towards their strengths, right? Making sure that everybody's in position to do their strength. But I'm gonna come back
Correct.
to that, because I want to ask you this, right? There's moments when things get real. There's moments when sometimes deals go sideways, moments where times you got to pivot fast. And I just want to know, man, if you wouldn't mind sharing one of those stories. I tell people all the time, we can talk about the success, but also we got to talk about the moments that led to this success, right? And so sometimes we
Man.
had to fail forward, right? And so, man, I would love if just to get your perspective on having to pivot. You understand what I mean?
So the biggest thing for us, what I would say is, while what makes us strong can also be a little bit of, it's not necessarily something that slows us down, but I think our biggest challenge, it can be a challenge. I think
Yeah.
our biggest challenge is keeping everybody focused, right? Because we have a long journey, right?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
for us, because everybody is so specialized, and I'm focused as the principal, I'm focused on a lot of everything, but my primary focus lies within the actual raising of the capital, investor communications. Doing all of that is where my primary focus lies. Now we have 3 other general partners. We have 5 other people that are on the independent board, right? So how do we keep everybody focused? Because everybody has a job. In that journey of raising capital, my compliance officer, obviously because he deals with compliance, he's like my right-hand man. He's along that journey with me. But now, what do I do with what happens with the asset manager, right? What
Yeah.
happens with my underwriting team? Those people, how do we keep them focused? Because I want them to be a part of the journey. And I think right now, because we've hand selected a very, very strong group of individuals, it's just keeping their eye on the prize, keeping them focused, keep them believing in the dream and what we're going to accomplish. Because once we get there, once we get past this next part, believe me, you guys are going to be all hands on deck. This is going to be your show. While I'm going to be a part of it, I'm going to be there to assist you and help remove blockers and do all of those things. It's going to be like you guys are going to be all hands on deck. And I think because they're hands off deck right now, they're just like, man, how do I stay focused? So I think right now that's probably our biggest challenge as an organization is just keeping everybody focused, eye on the prize.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, you better let them know this the quiet before the storm. Let them know
That's
that
right. That's right.
y'all gonna be.
Hey, don't get too comfortable, right? Because
absolutely, because it's coming, and when it starts coming, baby, we gonna be moving fast, and so
that's
man,
right.
I hear that. And man, honestly, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for sharing that perspective. Again, I always tell people I like to hear from other people's lens. And so I like to ask that question because I get so many different answers when it comes to that question. And so I appreciate your lens, being honest with your group, being honest with us, like, hey, I'm keeping them motivated, but trust and believe it's coming. And so I really appreciate that from your lens, man. I really do.
Of course.
Yeah, man. And so let's go here. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next? Like, what's the next real goal?
At the end of the day, our goal is pretty simple. It's take overlooked properties and turn them something valuable for not just our investors, for our communities, right?
Mm,
The places that I invest in are close to home.
yeah.
I grew up in Ohio. I'm from Cleveland. I lived in South Florida. So that is part of our core is not just creating value for investors, but for the communities as well. I started this with my own money. Now I'm going to open the door for others to join us, right? So we're still early, which means people who come in now have a chance to grow with us as a firm. We have some very interesting, as an emerging fund, we have some very interesting components that you don't typically see, right? So one of the things that we're doing is, there's a 2% management fee. There's a 5-year horizon, but there's a 2% management attached to that 5-year horizon. What we're doing is anything that doesn't go used with that management fee gets sent back to our investors. We're not taking salaries. The only way we make money is if our investors make money. So from that standpoint, we're literally saying, hey guys, there's no other way unless you make money. Like, believe in us as a sign of good faith that we're going to do the right things to help you get your money and multiply that money. So that's kind of, I think those are some of the things that excite me, right? Like, the end of the day, the goal is to help people make money, improve the communities that we're investing in.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And make sure that they know that we're the real deal. There's going to be no other firm that's going to take a 2% management fee, and then whatever goes unused from an operational standpoint, they're going to send it back. Nobody else is doing it. So
Yeah, man, that's holding yourself to the fire. Cause I mean, we ended to make money, right? But it's like what's not used, I'm gonna make sure it gets back to you.
that's
That's
right.
putting yourself in a position like, hey, we gotta deliver. It's holding yourself accountable, right?
There's nothing else but winning. If we don't
Come
win,
on.
it's a loss, right? So like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need to win because otherwise don't nothing goes in our pockets, right? So we
yeah.
want to make sure people know it's a sign of good faith. We want to take care of people. We want to take care of our communities. So
Yeah. No, that's big, man. And it's built you building trust into your strategy. Like it's like within our strategic system, the way we do things, the way we operate, we're gonna force y'all to trust us. We're gonna put our money
right.
where our mouth is, in a sense, you know? And
That's
so,
right.
man, I love that. And y'all making big moves, and I know you know this. The next move can either compound things or create total chaos, depending on how you play it. And so what I like to say, but
I
it
think I
sounds like
know
you
where you're
got
going with this.
Oh, come on, man! You don't know where I'm going with this. See, there you go. I'm the point guard. You don't try. You just go to your spot.
Sorry,
Go to
sorry.
your spot, Alex. Nah. But you know it, man. You see it, and I told you I was gonna swing back around to these relationships, man, because I can hear it in your strategy and the way you position yourself. It sounds like to me you value relationships, right? And
Oh yeah.
so, we have people that are listening that either early in their journey, they're looking to level up. And I think they'll benefit from hearing this when it comes to building relationships and growing your network. What has made the biggest difference for you?
Wow. All right. You did take it a little bit different than what I was thinking
Told you
you
I'm the
were gonna
point guard,
go. So
baby.
I
Told you I'm the
yeah, there
point
you
guard,
go.
baby.
Um Look, I think from a relation, I think that is the number one thing in anything you do in life. I don't think it has to do with real estate. It doesn't have to do with sales, any of that. And look, I come from a sales background. Building trust, building rapport with your customers. I think that's your should be your number one goal in life, whatever your business is to make sure that you create and maintain those relationships from a long-term perspective, because that's part of the way I was able to access certain deals were based off the relationships that I've created over time. Specific people that I've worked with and then become close friends with. I got access to off market deals down in South Florida during COVID. Those are the types of things if you develop and create relationships, and it take it from a lens. This is me in particular. This is how I approach it. Take it from a lens of what am I gonna get out of it? Don't do that. Everyone wants, hey, what can instead put it in put it a lens on of what can I do for you? What can I offer you? Right? If you take care of people, people want to take care of you, right? So from that standpoint, I think one, relationships are the number one things. And again, that's how I built my team. It's based off of those relationships. I've met people over time that are institutional investors. They've worked for some of the very big real estate investors, investment firms. And based off of those relationships, I was able to pull them into this journey. And so I think that's something. And again, it was just we're friends kind of situation. What can I do for you? You're new to San Francisco. Let me introduce you to these people. And from there, we've developed a strong relationship. And now they're part of the journey. They're part of Gilberti.
Yeah. No, man. You said it, and I think I'm gonna try to paraphrase what you said. Not just seeking a relationship about value can you bring me. No, let me look at it in the lens of what value I can bring you. Right?
That's
Because
I think you said it more eloquently than I did. So that's exactly how everyone should be looking at the relationships they build. Like, what can I do for you? How can I help you? And if it's, hey, just be a good friend, that's fine, right? Like you're doing
that's
something
enough.
for them. But
Yeah.
like if you can help connect dots, help with introductions, whatever it may be, that's building relationships, building rapport, helping build that credibility and trust. And over time, I'll tell you, some of the people that I work with are some of my closest friends now.
Yeah. Man, I love it, man. So listen, I like to ask this because I don't have too many questions left that I want to ask. But I like to take a moment like this and just pause, especially when I'm talking to somebody like you, just to see if there's something on your mind, particularly that you want to share. I don't have no necessary prompt for this, like to get it out of you, but maybe it's something you've been thinking about, maybe an encouraging word, maybe some advice you want to give. I just want to set the stage now for you to talk to the people kind of from your heart and from your experience about maybe something that you want to offer that I haven't said.
Sure. I think there's like a handful of things that I would say. And I'm going to relate a couple to real estate specifically, and then I'll relay a few things to entrepreneurship. So, specifically to real estate, I would say there's a lot of people thinking about interest rates today. That's probably one of the biggest things that I would say don't necessarily focus on. I have a good friend of mine that's a real estate broker. She always says, date the rate, marry the home, right? Marry the house. And that's because interest rates change. And that's a philosophy that's built into the underwriting for Gilberti Group too. As you go through your own real estate journey, I encourage you to build that into your underwriting model as well. Because guess what? There's a lot of people scared right now because interest rates are high. There's a lot of dry powder on the sideline because interest rates are high. Guess what? If you have the dry powder, deploy it into the market, because one of the capital events that typically happens when you do real estate transactions, when you do deals, if it's not the actual selling of the home, it's the refinancing of the loan that you have. And so that's always a possibility as you do the value add, as you repossession it into the market as a higher end asset, you can always reset that interest rate. So I want to encourage you all, instead of thinking about, oh, the interest rate's too high, build it into your model so that you can circumvent that and start deploying capital today. Because guess what? Also, when interest rates are high, prices come down. So once the interest rate comes down, prices are going to start going up because people are deploying. There's going to be bid wars and all those things. So this is your opportunity to get assets at a discount because interest rates are high. So I'm telling you, and this is something that I did with one of my last multifamily transactions. I did exactly that, and it couldn't have worked out better for me. So that's one thing I would say. Like, I encourage you not to think about too much. And then I'll tell you from my own journey, and I'm in having these conversations with other individuals, I've learned that a lot of times people they want to start a business, they want to get into real estate, they want to do all of these things. The best form of learning is doing, right? I'm not
Mm.
telling you don't know anything that you're doing and just jump into it, but the best form of learning is actually getting out there and doing it. I'm guilty of it myself. I spent so much time in this analysis paralysis world where I was trying to learn and understand and be an expert. But the best way to become an expert is to get out there, right? Start doing it. So my biggest recommendation for anyone listening is to make sure that you learn as much as you can, get the basics down, and get out there and start doing it, because I guarantee you the wealth of knowledge that you will create by doing so is going to far supersede what you do spending 2 years trying to learn everything you can about the industry, the business, whatever it is that you're getting into. So a little bit from a real estate side and a little bit from just the entrepreneurship world. Those are my 2 words of encouragement, long words of encouragement.
Well, listen, man, you understood the assignment. Fantastic words of wisdom, man. Fantastic words of wisdom. So listen, we closing out the show, and I need to let you know from here on out, I will be referring to you as Mr. Gilberti. Mr. Gilberti. All right.
There we
Because I
go.
messed it up in the beginning. I'm putting some respect on your name. So, Mr. Gilberti, if you allow me, sir, Mr. Gilberti, before we wrap, man, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
So probably Instagram, or what is X now. So you can reach me at A Gilberti for, I believe, both. There might be a one in there. I'd have to confirm, but it's I'm pretty confident it's A, my first initial, last name. And then you can also reach us on our corporate pages, right? Our business page, which is Gilberti Group LP, for both X and Instagram.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Mr. Gilberti, thank you, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your humility, man. I just Really, really appreciate you, sir. We need more people like you in this space, and it was such a pleasure having you on.
Hey, Q, like I said at the top of the call, the top of the podcast, I appreciate you having me on. This was awesome. I really enjoyed myself, and hopefully we can do this again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, now I'm talking to you out there in the audience. If you got value from this, subscribe. Right? I'm not going to ask you the question. I am giving you a forceful command. I may not have built all that great relationship with you. I get it, but I'm still commanding you. Subscribe. Subscribe. Now, but in all honesty, listen, you don't want to miss out on these great conversations. You see what Mr. Gilberti did today, right? You hear the nuggets that he dropped. You do not want to miss out on these great conversations. So again, to you, Mr. Gilberti, thank you. And to the rest of you, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.